interact with many people every day. Some people are happy, other people are angry, other people are depressed, you name it. All type of emotions right there. And they ask me, some people ask me, do you ever have a bad day? And my response is that I don't. I don't have a bad day. And it's not that those bad days don't exist. It's that I transform those bad days into a good day. I mean, doesn't matter what's happening in my life. I'm always smiling. I'm always moving forward. I'm always motivating people, and I think this is one of the reasons why people come to us and sign up in custom body fitness. It's not the only reason, it's one of many. Why I'm telling you this is because I have a tool that I'm gonna release right now to you. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna reveal that secret to you. But it's very important that you understand that to be there is not something that I'm born with. I learned it, and I progressively been practicing and making it better. Have you noticed when you study history, people who have fight for freedom, all type of freedom, they're actually very motivated, and they motivate their group and people, such as Gandhi. That's a great example. He motivated a lot of people to become free. But the first thing that he did before he can free everybody, he freed himself. And now of the government, and not of any society, or no any rules or any governmental laws. He freed himself from himself. We all are slaves, and it's difficult to accept that, but that's the truth. We live in a society that we slave over our desires, and that's the first problem that we have. That yes, many people have fought for freedom, and I love my freedom. I love to take my decisions, and I love to continue moving forward. If I think about many people who wasn't in the same situation that I am right now, who wasn't in the more difficult situation that I have any type of freedom, I'm very, very, very lucky to have this freedom. But at the same time, I've been working on my complete freedom, and which is the biggest fight in my life, which is myself. And this is what I want to help you with. That's different to be a slave for somebody else. When you become a slave for yourself, a slave of your desires. And the problem with that is that everybody can make us a slave when we are a slave of our desires, because they know our weaknesses. And this is exactly what I want to talk to you about. This is how you're going to release your potential. Have you heard about how elephants are trained? What they usually do, they throw a chain over the neck and they anchor it to the floor. And the elephant pulls very hard to try to get away from that chain, but it's impossible because it doesn't have the strength. And if you have seen an elephant and you see that chain anchored to his neck, and you notice that it's very weak compared to the elephant size, and the elephant doesn't do any effort to release himself from that chain. And the problem with that is the elephant has come to believe that he's not be able to do it anymore, because he tried back in the past, and now that he tried back in the past and he wasn't very successful, now when he gets older, he doesn't think he has the strength to do it. Well, he does have the strength to pull that chain off, and even more strength to do that. The elephant has more potential than the elephant himself believes. That reminds me of my dog. My dog had back surgery, and before he had back surgery, he can jump very high. He can do many things. After a while now, because we overprotect him because we don't want him to jump or injure his back after rehabbing, etc. Now he is afraid of doing these things. I have seen him when he's very motivated to jump a couple inches or feet, I should say, a couple feet. We're talking about 2 or 3 feet. He can jump that, no problem. But sometimes he goes back to his limitations. He thinks he can't jump anymore because of the back pain he had in the past. It's interesting how animals can limit themselves, but the same thing happens with us. We limit ourselves. We have limited beliefs. And we have those limited beliefs, we can continue progressing or releasing all our potential, which is the most important thing. And one of the things going to slavery, this is it. We become a slave over thoughts and emotions and what we believe. When you start controlling yourself, when you start fighting with yourself, when you win that battle, the world is yours. Life becomes easier. But the most difficult thing to beat are your desires. Now, I'm not talking about your deep, your heart desires. I'm talking about superficial desires. I'm talking about those pleasures that come right in the moment and they leave bad, negative effects in your life. Drinking, here is a great example. Many people opt to drink and they try to cover depression and they try to cover anything that's going on in their life, or that's the way they get away from life. And they notice that they don't have the strength. They believe they have the strength, but if they have the strength, they will stop drinking. That's how an alcoholic becomes an alcoholic. Or an angry person. An angry can't control that angriness. Doesn't know how to fight those thoughts that he or she has in her mind and is thinking the negative things about it. Back in the past, I used to be a slave on my desires. I didn't think I had the power, the strength to tell my desires no. I thought I was born that way. I always blamed it to that excuse, and I'm laughing because that's an excuse. Now that I think about back in the past when I say no, I'm born this way, I have these desires, I'm allowed to do this, I'm a man, or whatever excuse I made in my life. Now that I think about it, is one of the dumbest excuses I made in my life. But when I fall into depression, I discover the truth. I start fighting my desires. Yes, it wasn't easy in the beginning. I needed a lot of tools, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to give you those tools so you fight this desire, so you fight the negative side of you, and when you defeat that negative side, you see how everything becomes easier and you're gonna start releasing your potential. So that's what you want. You want to release your potential. If you want to become the best person, the best you, if you want people to follow you, if you want to get results on your weight loss, if you want to make a difference in this world, if you want to be happy, you must release all your potential. And the only way to release your potential is by you controlling those thoughts, which is yourself. So the first thing that I recommend is, and this worked for me, that doesn't mean that you need to apply it, but once again, you can study this, you can go listen to other people, don't find anybody blinded. But I noticed that all the successful people who are successful, we're not talking about only monetary, we're talking about in all areas in their life, they have transcended, such as Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Abraham Lincoln, all these amazing people, Buddha. The first thing they do is give their life to a superior power. They know they're not alone here. They know they have something else out there that can help them to release that potential. Once we find that out, once we let ourselves to that superior power, you can call it God, you can call it the universe, you can call it however you want, but you understand that it's a superior power that is helping you become a better person. Life becomes easy. I remember when I gave my life to God, it was completely a different experience, and it's not something that it's just you feel a great peace inside. It's not, I'm not telling you this so you can become religious. I'm telling you this so you can experience it in your own. I'm not saying don't go to church. You're welcome to go to church, but you don't have to. You can develop your spirituality in the way you want to, but make sure you follow the laws. Like there is gravity laws, there is spiritual laws that you should be followed for you to release that potential. So that's the first thing that I did to start controlling my thoughts. I knew that my thoughts were negative and I needed something positive in my life. That was the first thing. Second thing, I started meditating. I meditate with my eyes closed. I give myself 10-15 minutes and I start focusing on my goals. Set up a goal. Make sure that goal is something that's going to contribute to you and to the world. When you have that amazing goal, you can focus on that goal. When you start focusing in something, that's what meditation does. Give you the power to focus. When you start focusing on something, your thoughts become what your goal is. So your life is based on your goals. If you want to achieve whatever you're achieving, for example, for me, it's helping people. I love getting people in shape. I love helping animals. My goals then dictate what I should be, how I should be behaving every day. So of course, if I care about animals and what I want to do is protect them, of course that doesn't mean that I'm gonna go hate an animal, I'm gonna kick him, right? Or if my goal is to help people succeed and help them to become the best person, the first thing I'm gonna show him is they're a good model. I'm not gonna lie to them. Or second thing, I'm not gonna give them the wrong thing only because I want to acquire their money. I'm not gonna sell them products that are not gonna work. Or I'm not going to send them to a chain restaurant, fast food restaurant where they're not gonna get results. Of course, if I want to help them, that is my goal. So then I should know the things that are gonna help them, and I should behave that way. So you notice how my goals affect the way I behave every day. So meditate, focus on your goal, meditate, that will help you. The other way I meditate, I walk around. Once I read and I get new information about life, I go for a walk. And I say I walk around because I go to a dog park, which is like 2 miles walk, and I go for a walk, and then I think about the new information I get. The third thing I do is get good information in my life. I can't be defeating those negative thoughts if I don't put good things on it. Can you imagine if I'm watching dirty videos, or if I am, other thing that I can be doing is reading gossip, is reading negative news about the negative things that are going in the world. I'm not saying that we should be ignoring the negative things that happen in the world, such as war, killing, robbery, politics, etc. I'm not saying we should ignore that. Of course, we should be aware of it, but we don't have to put all the information in our head so we can wake up all negative about how the world is destroying. Instead of that, we can put a lot of good energy on the good things that other people are doing. How moms get up, wake up, go to work and feed their family. How people are fighting against racism. How people are fighting against war, against how we destroy the world. What about the people who are fighting the opposite? We can put that information in our head. We can start feeding ourselves good information about how we can change our life, how we can start controlling our thoughts, how we can defeat depression, how we can get in shape, how other people are being successful with a relationship. But there is a lot of topics, positive topics that you can start reading about and putting all that good information about successful people, how people from broke went rich, from overweight, obese, 400 pounds went to having only 10% body fat. How somebody who was had a dysfunctional family, how to recuperate his or her family. How somebody lose a leg or an arm or her side and is still fighting and still super happy. You can listen to all these motivational stories. There is such a great energy right there that you can put in your head. Can you imagine if you do that every day, how all the negative thoughts are gonna go run away? You're gonna have to remove those negative thoughts by putting that information in. But that's something that you must do, take action. It's not something that is going to come and just sit in front of your computer and your TV and it's going to come right there. No, you need to look for it. The other thing is, if you want to become positive and do the right thing, how is it hanging out with negative people is going to help you? If you hang out with 20 negative people and you're the only positive person, how's that going to help you? Of course, I'm not saying negative people should be ignored. No. You do your best to help them and get out of that hole, but that doesn't mean if they don't want to get out of that hole, you need to go with them with that hole. If they don't want to get out of that negativity, you walk away and you find the right people there, feed your mind to the right direction. Okay, so that's another tool that you can use that I've been using. Think about it. Your brain is like a garden. You need to get out there and you need to get all those weeds out. They're gonna come and take your garden if you don't do something about it. The same with your thoughts. You need to start thinking about the right thing, and those negative thoughts, they're gonna come and attack you. Okay? It's okay. There is nothing wrong with those negative thoughts coming into your brain. That's normal. It happens to all human beings. But you need to attack them. You need to get it out of your head. Sometimes those negative thoughts come and give you pleasure. That's one of the reasons why we think those negative thoughts and we keep it on our head. Know that those negative thoughts are giving you pleasure. But they're not giving you nothing positive about it. So get it out of your head and replace it for something good, the opposite. Find something that inspires you. Find your goal. Know that you're doing the right thing. Know that you're becoming a better person every day. Know that you're gonna leave a mark in this world. You're gonna make a difference. Know that your happiness is right there, that you're releasing all your potential. It's very important. Whatever goal you want to achieve, you need to start thinking, you need to start putting your brain in the right direction. If you don't put your brain in the right direction, it's going to be very difficult for you to get there. That's the reason why many people fail, because they don't have that brain set up the way it's supposed to, and they go in the opposite way. So once again, if you want to release that potential, the best thing you have to do is start defeating yourself. The negative side, defeat that person and become better every day.